All right, come on now. Let's go live. All righty. There you go. All righty, finally. All right, guys. Game number. Wow. Game number. What number is this? This is game number. I will tell you. It is game number 66 from June 11th. Game number 66 from June 11th. So the June doldrums have set in here, and there is your starting lineup here. We can get rid of this, and we'll get rid of that for a second so you can see the starting lineup. Alrighty, so Cardinals, game number 66 against the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. Vaughn in left field, Morgan in center, Hart in right, McGahee is at third, Councils at short, Weeks at second, Fielders at first, Zach Greinke, the righty, on the mound, and Jonathan Lucroy behind the plate. Greinke -2, Lucroy +0, and away we go here with Ryan Theriot to lead things off for the Cardinals. 4-3 right-hander, 4-3, that's a right field X, that's Hart. 3-19 and a 11 on an E3. That's probably going to be just fine, and it is. So that will be a fly ball out to right field. One up, one down. And that brings up John Jay, lefty, at the plate against Greinke. 3-8. And that is hit well by John Jay. And that one's going out to the deep right field. Hart back to the warning track, back to the wall, and watches this go. This is gone. John Jay with his 8th home run of the season have put the Cardinals up 1-0. That brings up Albert Pujols. 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. 6-3 righty, 6-3. It's a fly ball left field X. That's Braun. 3-11. He will probably get to that. Yes, he does. A 12-14 on an E1, though, is going to be just fine. Another good play by their outfield. Unfortunately, that's going to left. So Pujols is out. That brings up Lance Berkman with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Hey, Philip, how you doing? 2-9 right-hander, 2-9, and that's a fly ball. That one's going to right field. No check needed this time, as that is a easy catch out there and right. And we go to the bottom of the first. And due up is going to be Ricky Weeks, your defense for the Cardinals. Berkman at left, Rasmussen center, Jay in right, Descalso down to third, Theriot's at short, Schumacher at second, Pujols at first, Chris Carpenter on the mound, -1, Molina behind the plate, -3. Ricky Weeks is up. Chris Carpenter on the season, 6-6 with a 4.41 ERA, and that's been coming down actually. It was up in the 5s and 6s, so he's not having a good season like he did in real life. In real life, he's 11-9 with a 3.45. So hopefully you can knock that average down a little bit more with this start. Ricky Weeks. And Chris Carpenter's a righty. 2-5 right-hander, 2-5. That's a ground ball down to the shortstop, Theriot. He will get it on the bounce. Throw to first in time for the out. And that brings up Tyler Morgan for the Milwaukee Brewers. 111 righty, 111. That's fouled out to the catcher. Molina throws his mask off. He will get it behind the home plate. And that's 2 up, 2 down. And that brings up Ryan Braun. No Brewers, says Philip. Oh, Philip, you're killing me. Oh, that was foul. That was down the right field line and into the stands. 3-3 right-hander. 3-3. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Rasmus waits on it and will make the catch. 3 up, 3 down, and we go to the top of the second. And that's Colby Rasmus. Colby batting .236 on the season. Actually, not as good as he did in real life, but just slightly less. He's 246 in real life. 111, right-hander, 111, and that is, 1-11 home run chance, and the 20-sider fails us. That's a fly ball to Braun, as Braun catches it at the warning track. 1-11, and you can't get it out. Yadier Molina's up. Yadi, come here, 20-sider, don't fall. Come on, Yadi. 2-5 for Yachty, and that is hit in the gap, and that one's going to roll all the way to the wall. Yachty trots into second base with a one-out double. One-out double for Yadier Molina. And they will not hold him. He's only a 1-8. Skip Schumacher in the lineup. He's at 210, and 210 is hit in the gap as well. This is going into right center field, and that's going to fall in. Hart can't get to it. There's a big gap there. It's going to roll all the way to the back warning track. And Schumacher on his horse is going to go into second. Here comes a throw. Not in time. And that is going to be back-to-back doubles for the Cardinals. And they take a 2-0 lead. Only one out here for Daniel Descalso. Whoop, foul ball. That one's down the left field line. But just to the left side of that third base bag. 4-3 lefty, 4-3, and that's a fly ball right field X. That's Hart again. He's not very quick out there. 3-17, he's going to get to it again. And a 10, he's going to make the catch out there in right field. Unbelievable. He's got like about a 10, 20, 30% chance of not getting to it, but he makes the catch twice in a row. Fly ball to right field for Descalso. That brings up Chris Carpenter. He uses card number 2. He's a weak right-hander. The weak right-hander is up. Schumacher taking his lead out there. They will not hold Schumacher. 3-10. That's a ground ball to short, and that'll do it for the Cardinals. But they do pick up another big run here. That's a ground out. Yeah, go to third. Doesn't matter. Short to first. And that'll do it for the Cardinals here in the top of the second. 2-0 Cardinals as they take on Prince Fielder and the Brewers here. 2-11. That's a ground ball right at Schumacher. Schumacher scoops that up, throws to Pujols. Gets him by plenty of time there as Prince Fielder only made it about halfway down the first base line. Casey McGahee. 2-2, and that's going to be into right field for a base hit single by McGahee. So the first hit by the Brewers is McGahee. He's an E stealer. They won't even hold him. That brings up Corey Hart. 4-6 right-hander. 4-6, and that is going to be into center field, and it's going to fall in. Rasmus can't get to it. McGahee reads that well off the bat. A little blooper. He's going to make it all the way over to third base on the little blooper single, and he will go to third on the blooper. So with one out, runners at the corners, Cardinals will play. Cardinals will play back. 2-9, and that's ground ball down to first, and they're gonna ground ball at first, and I gotta look at my little chart to see what happens on this actually. It's gonna be a fielder's choice at second, because they were not playing in. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. And McGahee will score on the first to short put out. So it's a 2-1 ball game as Council delivers for the Brewers. And that brings up Jonathan Lucroy. 2 outs now for Lucroy. 2-6. And that is going to be a 1-5 home run chance. And no, it's deep out to left field. Berkman back to the wall. He will make the catch. That will retire the side. Jonathan Lucroy gave it a ride, just not far enough. We go to the top of the third. It's a 2-1 close game here at Milwaukee. Terrio back up for the Cardinals. 1-4. 1-4. It's a fly ball to right field. No question mark. Okay. Fly out to right. Terrio's out again. That brings up John Jay. 1-for-1 with a home run. Let's go, John. In real life, he hit 10 home runs so far through Game 66 of the season. He's got himself 8. So unless he has a bad second half, which is typical of John Jay, but if he doesn't have bad, he might end up doing better than he did in real life. 2-9er. It's a ground ball. That one's hit to Counsell at short. He makes a good, solid play there. That's going to be 6-3 put out. Albert, come on, Albert. You're down to 284 average. You haven't hit a ball in like a month. Let's do something. 3-5, and that's not going to do it, as that's a ground ball to short as well. And the Cardinals go down in order to start the top of the third inning. We go to the bottom of the third, and it's going to be Zach Greinke up. Zach Greinke's got a little bit of pop. He is a normal right-hander, actually. 3-2, though, is going to be lined out into as many outs as possible. Once again, we need that when there's runners on. That's going to be lined out to short. And that'll do it for Zach Greinke this time. We hope not to see him again. Hopefully we'll knock him out. He's a good pitcher, batter. Ricky Weeks is up. That's a 2-8. That's a strikeout. First strikeout, I believe, of the game comes here in the bottom of the third inning. Neither pitcher throwing good balls, and that's the first strikeout. Nigel Morgan, 4-11 lefty, 4-11, and that's a fly ball. That's going to be to Rasmus, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals as well. And that will take us to the fourth. 2-1 is your score. Lance Berkman, 327 average, 14 home runs. 4-2, he's a lefty, and that'll be a walk. So first walk given up by either team. And that is a walk. Berkman is a D-stealer. They won't hold him. They won't hold him. Berkman's not going to go anywhere. Colby Rasmus is up. 5-4 lefty, 5-4, and that's down to third base. That's McGahee. He's a 4E23. We need our other sheet out this time. 4E23, McGahee. 4-16, he's going to get to it. It's a G2. And 11-4 is a 15 on an E23. And there is a 15. That is an E2. That's going to be a two-base error as he lets that one go down the left field line. And that is going to be a two-base error on the third baseman. And the Cardinals are in business here in the top of the fourth inning. Nobody out. Infield will come in. Berkman's at third. Yadier Molina is at the plate. 3-5. 3-5 is a ground ball back to the pitcher. Back to the pitcher, and he will hold everyone right there. Infield in. Better out, run around third holds. Yep, okay, just wanted to make sure. So ground ball back. Stays at second, stays at third, and it's going to go 1-3. So that definitely helps. It brings up Schumacher and Descalso, both left-handers. And defense will play in again. Skip Schumacher, 6'4", lefty. 6'4", that's a fly ball center field X. That's Morgan. He's a 2E3. Not much of a chance to make him bobble it. I'm gonna keep that sheet there, and I'm gonna put this sheet over here. So each E2 and a 15 will get to it, but a 14 on an E3 is going to be a good catch. And is that going to be enough to send Berkman home? Berkman again is an 11. They're not holding him, which takes him to a 12. Morgan is actually a +2. They're gonna send him home. They're gonna send him home. It's a 1-14. And it's a 10. He's in there. So it's going to be a fly out to center, but the Cardinals get the run in, fly out to center. And it's now a 3-1 ball game. So hit well enough by Schumacher that Berkman comes in. And that brings up Descalso. Rasmus still at second. 6'9", lefty, 6'9", and that's a fly ball left field. Braun's making the catch out there, and that will retire the side. And we will go to the bottom of the fourth. It's a 3-1 ball game. And speaking of Ryan Braun, he will be up at the plate against Chris Carpenter. 2-6. That's a ground ball right down the line to Descalso. He gets it, throws it to first in time for the first out of the inning. That brings up Prince Fielder. Grounded to Schumacher earlier. 1-7. He's still winging and a miss. I think that's strikeout number 1 for Chris Carpenter, actually. No, strikeout number 2, sorry. Casey McGahee. He scored a run. He's 1 for 1 on the day. McGahee. Oh, Casey. 6'10", righty, 6'10", and that is a strikeout. It's a back-to-back strikeouts by Chris Carpenter. Probably feeling his groove. It took him 4 innings to get it, but he's probably feeling something out there. I'm not sure what he feels, but... And Chris Carpenter will come out to hit. Again, he's a weak right-hander. 5'8", righty, 5'8", and that is hit in the center field. Morgan is not going to get it. It's going to fall in. And Morgan misplays it a little bit, and it's going to roll. Carpenter rounds first. He's headed to second, and Chris Carpenter, the pitcher, with a double into center field, hustling all the way, trying to help his own cause. And the leadoff man for the Cardinals in the top of the 5th is aboard. Chris Carpenter. They won't hold Carpenter. That brings up Terrio. 0 for 2, Terrio. 267 average. 2-3, ground ball, shortstop. And I said they weren't going to hold him, so it doesn't matter. So that would be a ground out. Stay on his base. It's going to go short to first. And that brings up John Jay. All right, John, what do you got in store for us this time? John Jay, 1 for 2 with a home run. Come on, John. Base hit. 2-9er. That's ground ball again to Counsell. Counsell bluffs the throw to second and then throws it onto first. So Carpenter will go back to second. And Carpenter still waiting on someone to do something here. Pujols is 0 for 2. First base is open. You know he's going to break out of a funk sooner or later with first base open. Do you even bother to pitch to him? I mean, you got Berkman to worry about. But if you had your others, I mean, sure, Albert Pujols is in a funk right now, but they are going to intentionally walk him with first base open. Might as well. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, it's up to Berkman to deliver for the Cardinals. 6'4", he will be lefty. 6'4", that's a 5-ball center field X. That's Morgan, 2E3. 2 into 16, he's going to get to it. 6, 7, 8, 9 on an E3, I'm sure is going to be just fine, right? Is it? Yes, it is. And that's going to do it. So Milwaukee does the right thing, and they get away with it, walking Pujols this time. But there will come a time where you won't have a base to walk Pujols, and you'll have to pitch to him. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Chris Carpenter, a little disappointing. Lead off with a double, and then no one can drive him in. In fact, no one can even move him up a base because they all hit it to the left side. Corey Hart's up. 3-7. That's a strikeout. So Carpenter figures he's going to win this game on his own. So he takes it into his own hands here, and he is throwing. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right at the knees, and he's swinging and missing. Craig Counsell, 4-8 lefty, 4-8 lefty, and strikes him out. What is that, 4 or 5 in a row for Chris Carpenter? And Carpenter's now feeling it. He's got the mojo working. Mojo rising. Lucroy, 4-8 again. This time it's the right-hand side. And that's going to be single in the right field for Lucroy. Single for Lucroy. He's not much of a threat to steal. And that brings up Greinke. Oh boy, Greinke again. A normal right-hander. We do not want to see that. 5-7 right-hander, 5-7. That's a ground ball, second base X. That's Schumacher. He's a 4-E14. 4-16 he's going to get to in 4-5-6-7 on an E14. I think that's going to be good. Yes, it is. And he's going to throw it to Pujols. So everyone's playing good defense right now. You'll be out. You can go to second. And it's going to go 4-3 on the put out. Carpenter with 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and the base hit for nothing. We go to 6. It's 3-1. Good pitcher's duel here. Zach Greinke trying to keep up with Chris Carpenter. 2-12. Line out second base Max. All right, we'll take that. Now it's a good time to roll that. And Yadier Molina. 3-10 ground ball pitcher. That's Greinke. He will make the play. Wow, and this game is just cruising right along. We might have time for a double header if this keeps going like this. Schumacher 1-for-1 with the double. 3-8, and that's ground ball to short. It's a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Ground out to short, over to first. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 3-1 score. Ricky Weeks. Weeks is 0 for 2. 1-7. And that is going to be a 1-2 triple. Otherwise, it's a fly out to right. And John Jay is going to catch it. What a great play by John Jay out there in right field. As Ricky Weeks tried to curve that one in. And Jay was equal to the task. Nigel Morgan 0 for 2. 2-8. And that's a single. So another hit there. Nigel Morgan is a beast stealer. They will hold him. Morgan, though, he's looking at up the hill here as Carpenter's a -1, Molina's a -3, -2 for holding him, and your chance goes to 35%. Ryan Braun with 1 out. 1-6. Uh-oh, that's not going to be good as that's ripped in the gap. And Rasmus is having to run after that one. Morgan is a 16-15 because they're holding him back up to 16. And they're going to send him home. On the double, Braun. Morgan coming all the way around. And the throw! Not in time. That is going to be a double. And the run will score by Braun. That brings up Prince Fielder, who's 0 for 2. It's a 3-2 ball game. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-4. Oh, no. Bro, no. That one's hit well. And that one's going on into deep left field. John Jay back to the warning track, back and gone. And John Jay cannot get to that one. And just like that, Prince Fielder has put the Brewers ahead 4-3. Unbelievable. Casey McGahee 1 for 2. 2-6. Strike him out. Carpenter mad as hell. He gave up that 2-run home run. He's going to take it out on the hitters here. Strike out against McGahee. And 2 outs now. Corey Hart. 4-5 right-hander. 4-5 strike him out. I knew he was going to be strikeout. Carpenter mad as hell. He gave up that 2-run home run. And the Cardinals are down for the first time in this game. We go to the top of the 7th. Daniel Descalso 0 for 2. That is a 6'9" lefty. 6'9", that's a fly ball to left field. Fly out to left, and the Cardinals need to find some offense. Their offense has been stymied. Carpenter will bat. They're going to use him for at least a 7. 4-5. He's a weak righty, so right-hander 4-5. That's a shortstop. Counsell. 3E12. And again, they're going to get to it. Man, oh man. No, these error checks have really turned into nothing tonight. Normally they're not. But this has been just amazing that every one of these has been just 2 outs. Terrio, come on, do something, Terrio. Whoop, that one's foul. How about do something other than a foul ball? 4-4 right-hander, 4-4. That's shortstop X again. Counsell, 3E12. 3-5. That could be trouble. Come on, fall in there. Nope, that's going to be a get. But a 17, though, on an E12. That could be interesting. Shortstop. And believe it or not, there is no 17 on an E12. There's a 15, an 18, and a 3, but no 17. So Counsell's going to make another good play. And that's going to do it for the Cardinals in the top of the 7th. It's stretch time here, boys and girls. Only once in modern day history have 2 players had 250 or more hits in the same season. Name one of the 2 players who accomplished this in 1930. No idea, but I'll let you guys think about that. Only once in modern day history have 2 players had 250 or more hits in the same season. Name one of the 2 players who accomplished this. Let's go with no idea. Bill Terry and Chuck Klein. Never heard of them. All right. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3. Carpenter trying to keep things close for the Cardinals. 1-5. That's a ground ball to Schumacher. He will make the play. Ground out. 4-3. That's Lucroy up now. Lucroy's 1 for 2. 5-10 righty. 5-10. That's shortstop X. That's Terrio. 4 and a 17. And an 11 on an E33. E33, no 11. And look at that, Terrio. And even Terrio made the play today. Unbelievable. Short to first. And that brings up Greinke. Greinke can go 6. So he hit his point of weakness inning already. I think we'll leave Greinke in. I don't know. I got it on computer, manage it, so 1-7, and it's a ground ball to short. And that's going to do it for the 7th. Ground out to short. Now watch, the computer's going to take him out and make me upset because it's an idiot. And what did I tell you? God damn it. John Axford's going to come in for the Mariners. And what did I do with their cards? What did I do with the Mariners? Or not the Mariners. The other guys. The Brewers. What did I do with the Brewers cards? That's a great question. Where are all of the Mariner cards? I know they're not stacked in here with the Cardinals cards. Did I put them in the... It's a possibility. Oh, yeah. So they bring Greinke in to hit, and then they... If the computer knew it was going to do that, why wouldn't it have put a pinch hitter in? Is that terrible programming or what? I find STRATOMATIC Advanced Fielding System to be cumbersome, but Super Advanced is even more cumbersome. However, otherwise I prefer the Super Advanced game over Advanced. Trifan, Wesley, too many 2-base errors in Advanced for outfielding. Alright. So the computer lets Greinke bat, and then it replaces him in the top of the 8th inning with a new pitcher. Now, explain to me how that is not shitty programming. Explain to me how that is not crap. again, STRATOMATIC and their shitty, crappy, terrible products are going to start aggravating me. And John Axford's in. He's a right-hander. John Jay's 1 for 3 with a home run. 5'9" lefty. 5'9" struck him out. This is, I love the 2011 season. I love the St. Louis Cardinals. And I normally enjoy playing STRATOMATIC baseball game. But I hate playing this series now because I hate dealing with this interface. It is just the worst thing ever. And we're already 66 games into it. I'm like, I don't want to, it's too late to change to something else. This is the worst interface ever. Anybody that uses this piece of shit should be shot or have their psychiatric evaluation done. It is the worst thing ever. I cannot explain to you guys enough how many times I've run into problems time after time after time after time. Right? The programming is so bad that earlier this season, the Cardinals scored 10 runs in an inning, and they couldn't even put the 10 on the board because the programming is a piece of shit. It takes all the fun out of this series for me. I would love to enjoy this. I would love to play this. I would like to have fun, but every game there's a freaking problem, and it just doesn't need to be that way. And anybody that uses this interface for anything, any of their sports, is an idiot. John Axford, Albert Pujols. And that one bounced out of the tray because I've got my blood pressure up to the ceiling now. Would you use the replay's computer interface if you weren't so far in? I would absolutely, positively use the replay interface. I actually have the 2011 season in replay that I could use. And I dropped the dice because now I'm just aggravated. But I can't switch. We're already 66 games in. We're even, we got the, yeah. I cannot believe people stick up for this. I cannot believe I get comments from people, oh, the interface isn't that bad. And I mean, Sports Time Machine, I love the guy. He's great. He's awesome. I love his channel, everything he does. We get along, everything. But he tries to convince me that it's not as bad. But every time I run a game with STRATOMATIC, there's a freaking problem. What kind of programming is it? How hard would it be to program if the pitcher isn't going to fucking pitch the next inning? You don't let him fucking bat. How hard is that? That is fucking baseball 101. Do the jerks at STRATOMATIC not understand that? God damn. I cannot believe this. And it's ruined every time I start enjoying this game because of the awesome, the gameplay and the comebacks and the 2-run home runs and everything, and I start going, I want to play more of this. I run into a fucking problem with this piece of shit. And it just drives me insane. And I cannot get back into this game. I can't get into this series because of it. It's every single thing about this is a piece of shit. Anybody that buys a season on the computer is an idiot. Every single time. I can go through multiple, probably 25 things that I've come across in this interface that has been wrong or done incorrectly or cheap or just bad. When you can't even put a 10 on your scoreboard because you have the shittiest interface in the world and people still buy this crap and support this? I cannot believe it. I know. I'm going off again. I'm sorry, honey. Strat baseball histories here, and I'm sure he's not appreciating my rant, but this is the same thing that happens over and over and over again. This is such a piece of shit. I cannot believe people actually use it. The interface is absolutely terrible. The programming of this, the coding of this game is absolutely the worst possible thing in the whole freaking world. If you buy this, you're an idiot. If you support STRATOMATIC, you're an idiot. I cannot believe it. How can you have a pitcher bat and then take the pitcher out to start the next inning? I am a hateful man. When it comes to STRATOMATIC, there is one thing in this world that I hate more than anything else, and it's STRATOMATIC. I don't hate the people that play it. I like playing the game. As I said, I would love to enjoy my 2011 Cardinals replay. The best baseball season ever, right? Cardinals, my favorite team. I would love to enjoy it, get into it, play it, but every freaking time something comes up and it just ruins the experience for me, time after time after time. How can you have... These guys are sports simmers. They're supposed to know if the pitcher is not going to come out and pitch the next inning, you don't let him bat. How hard is that? And for the computer to have the pitcher pitch, or I'm sorry, have the pitcher bat, and then pull him for a new pitcher in the next inning, that is ridiculous. Top of the eighth. And now the all the enjoyment of this really good 4-3 game and the enjoyment I was having is totally gone. I have zero. Where's zero? Well, you guys can't see my finger, but zero desire to even play the rest of this game out because of the piece of shit that I've got to deal with. And the thing is, it doesn't need to be this way. It does not need to be this way. If the people that support STRATOMATIC, and there is a lot of people that do, would step up to the fucking plate and say to them, this is not acceptable, you need to fix this shit. Time after time after time, they're going to have to eventually fix it. They have an interface from 1998 that we're still using 20 years later. And the programming isn't any better. Baseball 101 says pitcher spot up. If he's not going to pitch in the next inning, you bring in a pinch hitter for him. The computer has done this time after time after time. They let the pitcher hit and then they immediately pull him in the next inning. Immediately. We're in the top of the eighth inning. Albert Pujols is 0 for 2. He's got a walk, and John Axford, who replaced Zach Greinke, in case you missed that, is in with 1 out. 2-5. He is a right-hander, and that's going to be a single. Hey, Albert, you do know how to hit the ball still. Good for you. He's a C-stealer. They will hold him. I think my goal... And yes, I continue to harp on this because, you know, it needs to be said. People need to freaking hear it. As much as I respect Strat baseball history, I enjoy his channel. I enjoy communicating with him. I enjoy talking with him. I enjoy everything he does on his channel. This is nothing against him. If he enjoys STRATOMATIC, that is great. I am happy that he enjoys it. But more people need to see that this is not acceptable, and they need to call the customer service and complain about this over and over and over again. Right? So if I am a company, right, let's say I'm STRATOMATIC, and my phone lines are tied up all day on people calling to complain about my computer program, instead of people buying stuff from me, then all of a sudden it's going to eat into my wallet, and I'm going to have to go, oh shit, I better change that so people stop calling in and complaining about it. But the people that sit back and don't do anything or say anything about it are the reason it continues. So what happened here? It was a 2-5. He got a single, right. All right, so Lance Berkman up. Zach Greinke, yes, he is a normal he is a normal righty. Actually, he uses card number 6, which is not even the best card. In 2011, I don't have his stats, but yes, he is known to be a good hitter as a pitcher. But this is not the first time the computer's done this. It's like 5 games in a row the computer has done this. Lance Berkman with 1 out, 1 on. 2-11. That's going to be a ground ball. It's slowly hit to Weeks, and they're going to have to get the run out at first. 2 to Whoop. And you're going to move up. Strat Baseball History's on it with me. He says Zach Greinke in 2011 only batted 143. Yeah. So I mean, he was a normal righty, okay? A normal righty, which, you know, not a lot of pitchers are normal, first of all. So he's got a little bit of pop to him. If you look at his card, the card actually has a home run check on it. So I can understand possibly 0.01% chance I can understand why the computer would leave him in there, right? But, you know, you got Benincourt, you got Gomez, you got Kotze, you got Neres, you got Wilson all on the bench. You got a lefty, you got 4 right-handers ready on the bench to come in. Zach Greinke, probably not your best choice. If this was a one-time example, right, then I can understand, maybe the computer screwed up or whatever. But go back and watch like 2 episodes ago, the exact same thing happened. The exact same thing, and the pitcher was like the worst batter in the world. So Pujols is going to move up to second. Colby Rasmus is 0 for 3 on the day. Let's get rid of Berkman's card. What is he? He's a right-hander, 111, and that is a 1-11 home run. And of course, the 20-sider is like straight up and down. It's right on the, I see the little point. It's on the 20, 8, 10, 12, and 2. So what I'm going to do is just, instead of tap, I'm just going to re-roll it. It's 1-11 home run for Colby Rasmus. He had this earlier, and he rolled a 17 or whatever. So I don't think it's going to be a home run, but we're going to try. And look at that. Colby Rasmus hits himself a 2-run home run, and the Cardinals take the lead again. Now, see, I would be jumping up and down. I would be screaming. I would be like, this is like the best game ever, and blah, blah, blah. Colby Rasmus in real life hit 11 home runs. For us, he's hit 5. Well, let's make that 6. And the Cardinals take a lead here on the 2-run home run. So this is like an awesome game going on, right? We've got this back and forth. Each team winning by 1 run. Great, epic game going on. Good flow of the thing. Everything is going great. And then you have these issues, and it just takes all of the fun out of it. Every ounce of fun. I'm not screaming. I'm not excited. I am absolutely like befuddled at people that they would actually do and post comments and tell me, I don't know what, you know, Jester, you don't know what you're talking about, and it's not as bad as you make it seem, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to order a whole bunch of seasons. You do whatever you want, okay? I'm telling you the truth. I've got video proof of everything that happens. You do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm telling you what you should be doing is you should be calling STRATOMATIC up Monday morning and saying, hey, I was playing a game this weekend, right? And guess what? The AI had the pitcher bat. And he wasn't a very good pitcher. He only batted 146. And then the next inning, he immediately took the pitcher out. Why does your computer do that? Yadier Molina, 1 for 3 with a double, and that's a foul ball. $2.11. $2.11. That's a fly ball to left. Braun's going to wait on it and make the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Cardinals take a two-run. They take a 1-run advantage going into the bottom of the 8th inning. And Ricky Weeks is up. Again, this could be an exciting game, and we could be having great conversations, and there could be comments going back and forth about, okay, great strikeout, and oh my God, what a clutch play that was, and blah, 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 back and forth, having a good old time. And instead, we're sitting here talking about why the programmers can't do what they're supposed to do, and why this thing is such a piece of crap, instead of talking the actual fun part of this game. 111 for Ricky Weeks, and that's a fly ball. That one's going out to right field. John Jay comes in and makes a diving stop. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Chris Carpenter going on here with the 5-4 lead. Nigel Morgan, 1-8, and that's a 1-6 single. No, lined at Schumacher in the right spot at the right time for a change. I'll call that a line out, and that is going to second base. So, this is just another minor inconvenience, and something that I have, through my 66 games of playing this season, 66 hours that I've invested in this, I've gotten used to the point of clicking on all of these extra buttons, right? If you watch any of my other games, my 2017 season, Replay Baseball, right? 2018 season, Atlanta Braves, Replay Baseball. 2019 Game of the Day, Replay Baseball. 2014 Los Angeles Angels, Replay Baseball. It takes me let me see if I can get my finger in there, 1 click to get a 4-3 putout. In this game, if I've got a runner on first, it takes me 5 clicks to get that same result. Two outs. Ryan Braun. And that's just the annoyance of the programming and the terrible coding and how awful it is. And, that's something that I've worked through and said, okay, if I'm going to continue this, I want to keep playing this, I'm going to just say, all right, it's going to take me a few extra clicks. That's fine. We'll do the extra clicks. Don't let it annoy you, Jester. Don't get upset about it. Just relax. Let it go. Enjoy the game. Enjoy what's going on with the season. Enjoy all the fun parts of it. And let it go. So I've done that. So I don't talk about the minor inconvenience of having to click, 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 click. Ryan Braun is 1 for 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Chris Carpenter trying to make it through 8 innings. 1-9. Oh, he just missed it. Home run of 110. 1-9 is a ground ball to short, and just like that, oh, Carpenter gave him one. He could have hit it out. He just missed it. We go to the 9th. 1-run game. And to Skip Schumacher, 1 for 2 with the double. John Axford still in there for the Brewers, the Brew Crew. 4-12 lefty, 4-12. That's a ground ball first base X. That's fielder. He's a 4E6. Oh, I bounced it out. 4E16. 4-11. I think he's going to get to that one, isn't he? Yes, he is. And an E16. Oh, we rolled a 17. That should be interesting. First base, E16, and a 17 is an E2. As he lets that get by him and roll all the way into the corner, that is going to be a 2-base error on the first baseman. And Schumacher, it gets to second with nobody out, and that brings up Daniel Descalso. Corners are coming in. Descalso is an A-bunter He will bunt, though, as he wants to get that runner over. So here comes the bunt. Corners in. McGahee, fielder. They charge. The bunt, 7. He's a A. Will drop to a B since the corners are playing in, but a 7 is still good. It's going to be a first base fielder's bunt. Fielder's choice. No, it's going to be a sacrifice bunt. And we'll just pitcher to first. It doesn't really matter. And going to third will be Schumacher with only 1 out. Daniel Descalso delivers. The pitcher spot's up. And Carpenter's going to come out as the Cardinals are going to go to their bench. Axford is a righty. And it looks like it's going to be a Hamilton coming in. Mark Hamilton for the Cardinals. The left-hander. So that'll be it for Carpenter. It's going to be up to the closer to save this. Carpenter, infield is in. They're going to be in, and more in. And Mark Hamilton, 5'6", lefty, 5'6", struck him out. Of course they did. Strike him out. Strike him out. Strike him out. Where's the strikeout? Strike him out. Where? There it is. I knew it was there somewhere. So Hamilton doesn't come in and does his job. That's usual. And again, with 2 outs, they're going to play back in normal. Terrio. 0 for 4 is Terrio. 3-11. And that's a foul out to the third baseman. And they cannot get the run across. Foul out to the third baseman. No, that's short. So it's all up to why do they still show Carpenter in there? We forgot to put we forgot to put Hamilton in there. That was my bad. We forgot to move Hamilton over there. Not that it matters because we're going to be taking him out. So the question is, who on the Cardinals is available? It's going to have to be Salas, I think. Who's up? Oh, lefty fielder, right-hander, and a right-hander. So you know what? They're going to bring in Miller to face off against Prince Fielder. 1 for 3 with the home run. God damn it. What did I do now? Nope. Miller versus Carpenter. There we go. All right. Miller in against Fielder. It's 1 for 3 is Fielder with 1 home run. 5'6", lefty, 5'6", ground ball, second base. That's Schumacher. He will make the play. Second to first. And now you got a righty, and then a lefty. Actually, I need to bring in the left-hander, but I think we're going to be taking him right out, so it doesn't matter. It's Miller. If I can find his card here. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to take him out. Because there's 2 righties coming up. So it doesn't matter. We're going to be replacing. God damn it. Wrong button. We're going to bring in the right-hander and Fernando Salas. And there's Trevor Miller's card. Salas. There we go. So Fernando Salas in to close this one out for the Cardinals. Sports Time Machine, what's going on, brother? Did somebody call you and say, hey, you need to go watch Jester's live stream because he's having another one of his meltdowns? Because that's what just happened. And I'm not going to get riled up again. Nope, I don't think so. Did I bring Salas in or did I forget to do it? I forgot to do it. There we go. So Fernando Salas, we're in the bottom of the 9th. One out, and it's Casey McGahee, which means do you replace him with a lefty? McGahee, 223 average, 13 home runs. Betancourt, what's your claim to fame? 252 average, 13 home runs. About the same kind of player, I guess. They'll leave... let's see. They did not bring... They brought one pinch hitter in, and they did not pinch hit for anybody. So, in real life. Know why? Well, let's talk about this piece of shit called STRATOMATIC. And the fact that the computer program lets the pitcher bat and then immediately takes him out in the next inning and replaces him with a new pitcher. Why would you leave the pitcher in to bat and then immediately take him out? What kind of piece of shit programming is that? That's the worst baseball 101. Anyone, an 8-year-old kid knows if the pitcher's not going to be pitching the next inning, you don't let him bat. Why would a programmer from STRATOMATIC not be able to know that? Why wouldn't they be able to code that in their stupid program? That's why. Casey McGahee's 1 for 3. He's up against Fernando Salas, righty. 3-9. Fly ball, left field. Berkman waits on it. Easy pop fly there. Fly out to left field. And it's up to Corey Hart. 285, 26 home runs. Oof. Probably not going to take him out either. Corey Hart, Fernando Salas, bottom of the ninth, 5-4. Good game, other than the fact that we're using a piece of shit interface from a piece of shit company that doesn't know anything about any sport they deal with. 4-5, right-hander, 4-5. Strike him out, and that's going to be the ball game. Strike him out. And yes, I need 3 clicks to get a simple strikeout. Cardinals win 5-4, and they finally get rid of this stupid losing streak they were on. They had to come back in this one thanks to the terrible programming of STRATOMATIC. You can thank them. Game number 66 is in the books. As St. Louis edges Milwaukee. The St. Louis Redbirds against the Milwaukee Cruisemen. Because they can't actually use the actual names? Are you kidding me? St. Louis came through with the game-winning runs in the 8th inning, scoring 2 runs on 2 hits. It was after an out was recorded. Albert Pujols started the rally when he ripped a base hit. 1 out later, Colby Rasmus stepped up to the plate and he cleared the fences for a 2-run home run. Both teams totaled 6 nights on the hit. The win was credited to Chris Carpenter, who goes to 7-6, who went 8 innings, allowing 4 runs. Fernando Salas was credited with his 8th save. The losing pitcher was John Axford in relief. He drops to 0-3. He gave up 2 hits and no walks in 2 innings. Let's see this beautiful interface where we can see all the stats from our league and everything that happened. Oh, no. We got to click on this and see this. All the enjoyment I have playing this is taken out every time I deal with this interface and this company. The worst ever. Anybody that supports this is an idiot. Sorry, STRATOMATIC. Sorry, Sports Time Machine. Sorry, Strat Baseball History. But when you have the same issue time after time after time, and there's more and more issues that come up, you have to finally draw a line in the sand and say, I can't deal with this anymore. The Yankees, 6 games out on Boston, 10 on Tampa. The White Sox, they just refuse to lose. They're 18 games up, and we're only 66 games in the season. And they are, 15 games above what they did in real life. And Cleveland, Cleveland's making a little bit of a comeback now. They're only 13 games down where they were in real life. Texas 8 games up on Oakland. Atlanta, Philadelphia, they've been fighting it out all season. Florida, again, still working there. And St. Louis back up to 8.5. Milwaukee's now 11 games down. Colorado's now got a 4-game lead against Los Angeles. In the West, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I mean, every time there's something comes up that takes all the enjoyment of playing this out of the game for me. And I mean, if it wasn't the 2011 season and it wasn't the Cardinals, I would have canceled this project a long time ago. To be honest, it's just I can't deal with incompetence. I can't deal with lazy people. I just can't deal with the fact that they put no effort and desire into producing the best thing for their customers. And it shows. I mean, it shows over and over and over again. And, you know, if you want to ignore it, that's fine. You can ignore the facts, but the facts are the facts. Sorry, I had no problem with the interface. Well, then that's fine if you don't have a problem with it, but there's still issues, right? When you score 10 runs in an inning and you can't put that on the scoreboard because you got this programming from 10 years ago, that's great. When you're playing a game against the computer and the computer leaves the pitcher into pitch and then it immediately takes him out the next inning and replaces him with a new pitcher, you've now are playing against an inferior opponent because a normal person you're playing against wouldn't do that. So if you don't have a problem with the interface, that's fine, but you gotta see all the issues that put it all together. Look at the complete package you're dealing with. And this is, not a cheap program. It's not like $20, $30. We're talking about a $45 to $50 per season package. And actually have to sit down and click 4 or 5 buttons just to get a 4-3 ground out is ridiculous. When I can do that in replay and literally takes me one click and it takes me 1 second to do it, and you're spending 30 seconds to do it. I've seen you doing it, and I see how long it takes you to play the games. And even though you tell me you can get a game done in half an hour, you can't. I've watched you. So don't tell me your crappy, shitty interface doesn't interfere with your game, because it does. You might not have a problem with it, that's fine, but your crappy, shitty interface is the problem. Replay doesn't have the seasons I need. Correct. That is their problem. They don't have all the seasons available. So you have to pick and choose and make sure the season you want to play is available for them. They're getting more seasons. That is one of their downfalls. They need to get more seasons. They need to get all of the seasons available. There are a lot of seasons. 1994 season I would love to have. 1992 Pirates player that I was playing, I would love to have that season. They don't have it. That is their problem. Their interface is great. Everything that is about the program is great. They just don't have the seasons. But yeah, this was, this could have been an awesome game to enjoy and watch. You had this nice lead battle going back and forth, 1 run, back and forth the whole way. Could have been exciting and talking about all the wonderful things about the game and actually playing it and the plays that were made, the defensive stops, the 2-base error that let Schumacher get on second. could have been an important part of the game, and we could have talked about that and had a lot of great talk. But no, we got to talk about all the problems with this interface. We got to talk about all the issues that they cannot code out of this program that they've been using and selling to people year after year after year. I just got 85 deep drive, 84 pop, not in replay. Yep, again, I don't have, they don't have all the seasons. That's an issue with them. It certainly is a very good issue. But not having a season is different than having a season that people can't enjoy and play because of their crappy interface. I've gone over this about 1 million times, and people know my thoughts. People know my feelings. People enjoy what you enjoy. That's great. If you enjoy STRATOMATIC, great. If you enjoy their crappy interface, it's great. But don't tell me their interface is good. Don't tell me that there's nothing wrong with the program. Don't tell me all these things that I get all these comments about, which are wrong. The interface is crap. The company is crap. The computer program is a ripoff for how much they charge you for what they do. And the only way that it's ever going to change is if everyone on Monday morning calls STRATOMATIC and says, hey, I'm playing a game, and you know what happened? The pitcher was left in the game to hit, and then it was immediately taken out. Why is that done? Can I talk to your programmers, please? And if everyone starts doing that, then STRATOMATIC is either going to lose a lot of business because they're not going to get the phone calls in anymore, that people want to buy their product, and they're going to have to make changes, or they'll actually do something about it. So people that ignore the issues and ignore the problems are the problem. Because if you don't do anything, you don't say anything about it, that's the problem. They're not going to change. They don't care. Unless you force them to care. If people stop buying their shitty program, stop supporting this shitty company, maybe they'll start producing things they should. I'm not using BallStat iScore to keep by hand. So then what? Put them in the closet and puck it? No. You can use a pen and a piece of paper if you wanted to. There's nothing that says you can't use a pen and a piece of paper. Or you could use iScore. You could use BallScore. Either one of those programs are way better than this. And they're free. Absolutely free. I get all the lineups from every team from every season ever programmed into BallScore. How is that not better than this already? So you got choices. You got pen and paper, which I've seen a lot of people do. You got iScore, which is fine. You can import your seasons into iScore as well. You got BallScore. BallScore and iScore are two free programs you can download and keep track of your stats. It'll keep track of everything you want. It's not hard. So you could use BallScore, iScore to do it. I'm not saying you have to. You can use STRATOMATIC, right? You can use it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with people using it. The problem I have is when people say, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have a problem with the interface. If you don't have a problem with the interface, that's part of the issue. Because you don't see the bigger picture. You don't see what's better out there. You don't care enough to make your company better. That's part of the problem. Well, that's, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's another game. Once it's Game 66, I don't know if I'm even going to continue. I mean, as much as I love my Cardinals, as much as I love the 2011 season, I can't deal with having to deal with this every single time I decide to use these stupid cards. And it takes all the enjoyment, all the fun out of the game when number one, you don't even have all the players, right? Cannot get all the players unless I have to cheat and print them off the computer so I have all the players. P. Cosma carded in the computer program can't get his card. Can't get it anywhere. You can't get this card anywhere except for the computer program. Tell me that is not almost a violation of your... You create an issue and then you create a solution for the people that want to get the extra players. They have to buy the computer program. That's borderline illegal, right? That's borderline illegal what they're doing here. If they supply this in the computer program, they should supply this as a paper, but they don't.
Stick your arm out here.
No.
To take your blood pressure.
Take my blood pressure. All right, let's take my blood pressure. How do we do that? Here, we're going to take my blood pressure.
You have to put it up high. You have to put, no, you have to go like this.
Oh, and put
your
like
feet
that.
have to be straight on the floor.
Straight on the floor.
Okay, no.
The wife's taking my blood pressure here.
Well, it's not on your pulse point.
Yes, it is. You can feel it. It's still squeezing. There we are. The fun of dealing with STRATOMATIC.
Did everybody hang up on you?
No, there's still 6 people. They want to see what my blood pressure is.
Down. Okay, that's extremely high, Kirk.
Let's see if I can see what my blood pressure is here. Ugh. You guys see that? Oh, hang on a second. Let me take it off my wrist.
That's really high.
Let's see if I can do it like this. There you go. 150/89. Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Don't forget this one you have in the morning.
Huh?
Don't forget you can.
Yeah. I know. So 150/89 is my blood pressure. Let's see, can I tip this up a little bit? Probably not so much. Let's see if I do something like that. Here we go. So 150/89 is my blood pressure. I guess that's pretty high, but that's what I deal with every day. It's just time after time after time. Same, it's not even like the same issue I run into. It's just things over and over and over again. My wife had to come in here twice and tell me to calm down. She just doesn't understand the traumatic experience I go through. Anybody that uses this is just, do whatever you want. Do whatever you like. If you like using it, then great, but there's a lot of better things out there, free things as well. iScore, Ball Score, it doesn't have the AI. The only thing this has is AI, right? So you can play the other games. That's the only thing it has over iScore and Ball Score. Ball Score will keep track of your game and score it and do everything you needed to do. You can download the season files. They're, what are they called? ATM files and EVE files. You can have all the transactions. You can have all the... if we just go in, right? I will show you guys here exactly what I'm talking about. I can go into iScore here. And if I'm going to set up my 1995, my next game, right? And let's see who the next game is for 1995 here. That would be game 130... 139. We go to game 139. I will show you how quick it is to set it up. Game 139 is against... This is Tuesday, September 26th. It's against California. So So I go into lineup and I say lineup manager and I go load my roster. I'm going to use California. There's all the players for California. Let's load the lineup. Oh, the lineup's not there. Oh, what I got to do? Oh, well, I got to go to my tabletop functions and I got to go into my transactions and say, load it up for me, please. And then choose California. Where are you? California. Angels. There you are. And we're just going to save as California 1995. Yes. Okay, there you go. Boom. Now I can go to lineups. And, oh, look. Every single game has all the lineups for me. And all I have to do is go to September 28th. And is that the day it was? No, it's September 26th. Sorry, September 26th. Bosky. I say, okay. Okay. Boom. There's the lineup for me, ready to go. And all I have to do is now go to the other team. And it's Seattle. And I can say load roster. Seattle. Open. Go to my lineups. Oh, September 26th. And it's going to be Andy Benz. Boom. Okay. Green. Go. I'm ready to go. The game's already got all the players in the lineup ready to go for me. How hard was that? It literally took me 30 seconds to set that game up in ball score. Plus, now I'll keep track of all my player stats and everything. If we go to Seattle, you can see Vince Coleman, right? All the games that we've used him. Now we're displaying the month of September. 46 at bats, how many hits, how many runs, blah, blah, blah. Same thing with all the other players. Has all their stats and data right there for me to go. And, putting in inputs. Ground ball to second base. Boom, 3 clicks and it's done. How long did that take me? Tell me which is quicker. Scoring in ice score, ball score, or clicking in Stratomatic. Stratomatic charges you $50 a month or $50 a season. Plus you have to buy the original program, which is another $60. Plus you have to buy the card images if you want the card images. Plus, there's a $2 processing fee on top of all that fun stuff. This is free. I got a fly ball to center field. Boom, done. How long did that take me? That took me about 2.5 seconds. How long does it take you in Stratomatic to do that? Think of all the time you can have and you waste in Stratomatic as you got to click 5 freaking dimes. Keeps all the scores, everything. I can set this up ahead of time and I can save it. Save as. We'll save this as, what is this? Game number 1. What are we up to? 139. Game 139. Save it. Boom. I'm out of it. Right? I'm out. I go back into ball score. I say, boom. I'm going to open my scorebook file. Oh, I just go down to 139. Boom. Oh, look at that. Ready to go. How long did that take me? 10 seconds? And they have every single season, including the 2019 season. So if you're playing 2019, they have that ready to go. It's the, the ATM files and the EVE files you need to get. And there's a Facebook page that has all this. You can download them for free. Has all the transactions, the lineups for every game for every baseball game and every season for every team for free. They don't charge anything. I'm not saying this is, this is just an option for people out there. I'm saying you have to do this or you have to use this. You use pen and paper. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. I'm just telling you, if you're paying $50 per season for a shitty interface, that's a problem because you're part of the problem. Because you're supporting a shitty interface from a shitty company. And everyone should be calling Monday morning and saying, you know what, I'm going to even do a live stream call like CP Cards and Dice did to Stratomatic and ask them some of these questions and find out what their shitty answers are going to be. But you know what? The phone call is only going to last about 3 minutes. You want to know why it's only going to last 3 minutes? Because when the lady starts giving me her double talk and I start cussing her out, she's going to hang up on me. So it won't be a very interesting conversation when the lady hangs up on me because I can't deal with incompetent people. I can't deal with incompetent companies. I can't deal with people that don't support their customer support and their customers. You have a beautiful game, a 4-3 game, back and forth, 2-0, 3-2, 4-3, back and forth affair, and then we spend the whole night talking about the shitty interface and all the crappy coding and everything else. And that's a damn shame because it takes all the fun out of playing the actual game. Again, STRATOMATIC is a fun game to play. I mean, the interactions, the fun part of the actual playing the game is the fun part. And when it takes all the fun away, there's nothing left. It's just, there's nothing left. There's just, you got the cards, and that's it. But you don't even have all the cards. So that's another annoyance, right? Why does it have to be another annoyance? You look at other companies out there, right? Inside Pitch. Fringe players, free. Download them, print them out to your heart's content. 198 free players to download and print out for nothing. Free. Absolutely free. Did you hear me? No $2 cover charge. Free to download their extra player cards for free. Yeah, it's a thing, and it's not getting any better because people aren't calling and complaining. We need to rally around this, and we need to have an ID Jester stream where everyone calls in all at the same time complaining about the same thing, and we do that every Tuesday at 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock or whatever. We do it every week until they freaking change things. And I bet you, after the first week, they're going to be annoyed. After the second week, they're going to wonder what the hell is going on. Why do these people keep calling us? Until finally, they're going to have to block us or do something about it. Wouldn't that be fun? Now, that would be a fun time. I would love to have anybody from STRATOMATIC and do a live stream with them and ask them these tough questions and find out what their answer is. Why? I showed you this, right? We have a 4th Street software, right? 4th Street software, right? A one-man show, and his interface for his programs are way better than the STRATOMATIC. And he sells like 40 copies of his games a year. And he does this part-time because he was a teacher. At his part-time job, he did this as a side adventure. He's got baseball, he's got hockey. I showed you that video before, right? On what a one-man guy can do in his spare time, right? It's not the best interface in the world, but it works and is better than the STRATOMATIC, who sells multiple hundreds of copies a year for $50 a pop, plus all the season files. They make a ton more money than this guy does, and they don't do anything to improve their interface. Nothing. Show me one improvement in the last 10 years. I dare you to show me one improvement they made. I can't imagine there is one. When you can't even program in something as easy as a team scores 10 runs in an inning, you cannot program that into your scoreboard because it's too difficult to put a 2-digit number in instead of a 1-digit number. Strat Baseball History, I mean, I love the guy's channel. I love his attitude. He does a great job. I don't mind watching him play the games. He doesn't get annoyed at all about the Strat interface. He doesn't get annoyed about all the things that I do. If you're a person like that, Sports Time Machine does as well. That's great. I'm happy for you. I really am. But that's part of the problem is they STRATOMATIC, when I mean they rely on people to not expect more out of them. They don't want people to go, hey, you know what? Really, you should have an interface where you could have 2-digit number in case the team scores 10 runs in an inning. Or something as simple as, hey, if the coding knows the pitcher's not going to be pitching next inning, then don't let him bat. Bring in a pinch hitter. I mean, that's baseball 101. Everyone from Little League up knows that. I mean, it's not rocket science. We're not talking about some weird rule. We're talking about common sense stuff. And the problem is, here's the biggest problem, and this is why I'm annoyed, because I care, right? That's the problem, right? If I didn't give a shit, I would just tear these fucking cards up and throw them in the trash can and let them go. But the game, there's nothing wrong with the game. The game plays fine. I would like to enjoy the game. I would like to play and enjoy the freaking game. That's in front of me with the 4-3 score. The Cardinals come back. They score 2 runs in the 8th inning. And I cannot enjoy this game. I will not enjoy this game because of all of the issues we talked about. And it's a damn shame. And if you're a STRATOMATIC fan, that should be the problem, is when you can't enjoy the game because of all the other bullshit. Now, wife went to bed, so I can't be yelling and screaming anymore. Or she'll be coming out here again testing my blood pressure. That's part of the issue. Is as a STRATOMATIC fan, if you are a true STRATOMATIC fan, my question for you would be simple. It's just a simple question. If you're a STRATOMATIC fan, why do you let all the other things? How do I put it? Let me start again. How? I think I'm trying to word it in a way that's, because you have to, right? You have to get players in and out all the time in the lineups and everything, or you got to have a huge table to have all the players out already. So that's the only way you can do it. Or you got to use their interface, which is, it's just the worst thing ever. I don't mind STRATOMATIC players that support their company and do what they want, right? Because everybody's going to do what they want. But the problem is that's a twofold. Is you support them, which shows that you don't care what kind of product they put out. All right. Which, if you want to play the game, you have to buy the cards or buy the computer or whatever. You gotta buy it, so you gotta support them. And that is supporting them by buying the cards. Yes, I buy the cards. I have a whole bunch of seasons. I want to play them more, but I'm about ready just to throw them in the trash can or sell them or something, because I just can't deal with this incompetence anymore. It's just like the worst. It's just like the perfect example of the worst company ever. How do you not know Baseball 101 when the pitcher's up? He either bunts, right, to get the run over. If there's 2 outs, he's got to swing away. Or if he's not pitching in the next inning, he doesn't hit. You bring in somebody else for him. You don't let him hit and then bring somebody else in. That's just like another feather in the cap of why are we dealing with this? Why? I don't understand why people do this. And when they tell me, oh, there's nothing wrong with the interface, there's nothing wrong with how the game plays. If that's your feeling, that's great. But there is. If you don't see it, that's fine. I'm not telling you how to feel about your game. If this is your game and you enjoy it, I'm happy for you. I really am. I want to be happy with this game. I want to enjoy it, but I can't. I just can't because of all these issues that come up. And it's not just one issue. It was one issue, which I've gotten by, the one big thing, where you got to click 5 freaking times to get one simple out. I've gotten by that. It doesn't upset me anymore. I just take it as okay, I will deal with it because I want to play this game and try to enjoy it. But I can't when all these other issues freaking come up. If you go watch my other games, and I've got a ton of other games and other seasons, right? Replay Baseball, best interface there is out there, but Sports Time Machine makes a great point. They do not have every season, so you are limited. You are limited in what you can do with Replay Baseball. They have every season back to like 2011, and then they jumps down to like 2009, 2005. They only have a few seasons in like 90. I think they had the 95 season or 94 season, something like that, and then a couple seasons in the 80s, a couple seasons in the 70s, right? They need to get more seasons, right? That's their biggest number one complaint I have against Replay. There's nothing wrong with the game. They need to get more seasons. But if they got more seasons, it would be, it would be the best thing ever. But, I mean, ball score, it's not the best thing there is. iScore isn't the best thing there is, but it's definitely doable. It's definitely doable. I set this game up ready to go in like literally 2 minutes. You guys watch me do it. You want me to do another one? I can do another one. Just let me know in the chat. Say, hey, Jester, set up another game. I can set up 2 teams that I've never played in literally like 2 minutes if you want. From just about any season. So, I have, right, so if we look at the, here's the ATM files. It goes all the way back to 1901, 1908, 1911, 1918, 1920, 27, 30, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 46, or 45, 46, 47, 49, 58. I mean, from there on, it goes every season from there. So basically, every season from 1933 to present. For some reason, they skipped 30 and 31. And then it's got the 1927, 1920, 1918, 1911, 1908, 1901. They might have more, but these are the ones that I downloaded, right? So there's all your transaction files. That's what gives you the lineups for every game. You can see, for some reason, I don't actually have the 2019 in this folder. I do have the 2019 from somewhere, probably in my downloads folder. Probably should copy that over while I'm thinking about it. Downloads. Where is it? Oh, yeah. See? Here's the ATM file from 2019. So we'll copy that. Put that back in to our ATM files. So now I have it in that folder. So 2019 all the way back to 1933. Every season back to 33. And then there's a few missing seasons. But like I said, they might have more now. I don't know. That was when I downloaded it. Oh, and the other thing you need is the what's it called? The EVE files, right? The EVE files. Same thing. Look at, I mean, pretty much every season. Oops, I need to do the same thing. Downloads. Where's the EVE file? There it is. Copy. Let's go back. Paste it in there. There we go. So 2019 all the way back to 1930. Actually, this one goes straight on through down to like 1921. So I don't have every single solitary lineup. I think those are the lineups. EVE files are the lineups, maybe? Is that what it... Yeah, no, these are the rosters, right? So these will be your lineups, right? So all you need is these files. You download them for free, and then you set up your ball score. Again, ball score Doesn't have any interface, right? Doesn't play any AI, doesn't do anything. All it does is keep stats and information. But, like, literally, right? What do we got? Ground ball to third. Boom, boom, boom. Enter. Done. Right? Fly ball to left, right? Boom, boom, boom. Done. So, yeah, I mean, a couple clicks and you're done. Single, A1. Boom. Home run, A4. It doesn't take very much. I mean, there's a few tricky ones like a ground ball double play. You know, you might. But look, for a ground ball double play, seriously, all right? Let's compare. Where's my bracelet? I need my blood pressure, right? You got a runner in first. You got a runner in second. And you have the batter hits into a 6-4-3 double play. In STRATOMATIC, you need to say batter out. Runner at first, out. Runner at second, goes to third. Then you have to put in shortstop. Then it goes to second base. Then it goes to first base. Then you gotta say, okay. That is literally 8 clicks that you need to make to put in a ground ball double play. And if you get good at it, it'll take you 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever. I mean, it doesn't take very long. But literally, right? Ground ball double play, 6-4-3. Boom, boom. Oh, well, I have to have a runner in first. Well, let's put a guy in first. There we go. We'll put a guy in first and second. All right? There's our first and second. Ground ball double play comes up. Ground ball, 6-4-3. Done. Done. That was like 2 clicks, and I'm done in like 2 seconds. How is it not doable? Right? If I go to replay, let's look at replay. Let's look at. I don't want to screw up anything. We'll look at. Let's look at 2019. That's fine. Right. I go to the schedule and I'll pick a game that I'm not going to play because I don't know which game I'll play tomorrow. So let's look at Chicago and Baltimore, right? Play ball. Play ball. That was setting up the lineups and everything. That took like 2 seconds, right? So manually input. Got a single. Boom. Done. Got a single. Boom. Done. So we got a runner in first and second. 6-4-3. Oh, you want a 6-4-3, do you? Click. Done. Click. Done. Click. Done. 1 second for 6-4-3 double play. 1 click. Not 8 clicks and 12 to 15 seconds. You take that 12 to 15 seconds and do it play after play after play after play after play. When your game gets done, you've now added 10 to 15 extra minutes because of your shitty interface. Because your computer programmer can't get with the program. You cannot produce something good for your customers, right? I'm not expecting perfection like this program, right? This is perfection, just about perfection. If I wanted a baseball game that was perfect, this is it right here, right? I'm not expecting perfection. I'm expecting you to say, what can I do for my customers to make things easier and better for them? Let's make it so they don't have to freaking click 12 times to get a simple 6-4-3 double play. Get a runner in first. Well, let's go ahead and we'll strike this guy out, right? Single and single, right? How long did that take me? 2 seconds, right? So back-to-back singles, 6-4-3 double play. Boom, 1 click. I'm done. We move on. I'm better playing the game. I'm enjoying my game better because I'm not spending my whole time in the interface. This is the problem I have with the STRATOMATIC, is I am now enjoying playing the game, right? With the cards and the dice, right? I'm enjoying using the cards and dice instead of fussing with their shitty interface. Here, I don't have that problem. I have never run into a problem in this interface at all with anything. Right? We take something as simple as a ground ball to second. Click, batter out. 4, second base. 3, first base. And okay, that's 4 clicks. 8, 10 seconds, right? 4-3 interface here, boom. 1 click, less than a second, I've saved myself 7 seconds on 1 play. 7 seconds on 1 play. That's why I can't enjoy the Stratomatic, right? Because I'm spending all my time clicking on their stupid interface and having problems when I do it. When I can come to this and I can say, hey, oh, it's a strikeout. Boom. You can't even do that in Stratomatic. No, you have to click on the strikeout. You have to click on the menu that comes down. You got to find the strikeout. Then you can't say okay because you have to put a catcher in there because it has to know that the catcher caught the ball when the pitcher threw it. And then you can say okay. Why? What purpose does that show at all? What good is that? Why can't I just say strikeout, okay, boom, it's done? Why do I need to put the catcher in there? Why? Tell me why. If you want to tell me the interface, you don't have a problem with the interface, tell me why you need to put a catcher in there. I don't need to put a catcher in here. The game's smart enough to go, hey, the pitcher threw it, the catcher probably caught it. That's a strikeout. Why do I have to do that in Stratomatic? Explain to me. If you don't have a problem with the interface, tell me why that is good programming. I'm waiting. Nobody has anything to say about it. How can you go and enjoy the game when you're fussing with the shitty interface? I can do everything in this interface 12 times better, 12 times faster. Never had an issue. I can score 28 runs in 1 inning, and guess what? It pops up 28 on their interface. Why is it able to put up 28? Stratomatic can't put up a 2-digit number. Why is that? Tell me that's good interface. Tell me you don't have a problem with that. How do you not have a problem with the fact that your game that you support, that you love, can't put up a 2-digit number? Is it too hard to program in a 2-digit number as opposed to a 1-digit? That's only 1 more digit. How hard is that? Can't be that hard. That's programming 101. See y'all later.